Hi there, this is Scott Nicholson and welcome to Scott Stuff. I'm here in Montreal, up in Canada, in case you didn't know where that was, and here at a games event called Filofilo. I've been playing a lot of really interesting games, a lot of them new games, and I'm here with a couple folks from Filosofia Games, with Jeff and Sophie. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves and talk a little bit about Filosofia Games, and then we'll talk more about the event. So, hi there.
Hi.
And who are you?
I would be Sophie, of course. No, no, I'm Jeff. In between flu shots, I work on games, and incidentally, I'm also a sales rep for the Filofilo company.
Okay.
And I'm Sophie, and I work at the publishing division, which is called Filosofia Games, and we give a hand here to work on the Filofilo event.
Okay. Well, why don't we start by talking a little bit about Filosofia Games, because I imagine a lot of folks out there probably haven't heard of that company. So could you talk a little bit about what you do?
Okay. Well, it's normal they haven't heard about it because we are mostly publishing French language games. We buy licenses from Germany, from German publishers, and from American publishers that we translate into French. And we sell in France, Belgium, Switzerland, French Switzerland, and Quebec. Okay. So that's mostly what we do. We've done a few games that we've republished, we've re-looked, and have sold them to other partners elsewhere in the world in different languages.
Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about the Filofilo event. Now you've got behind us one of the big rooms that are going on. The room behind us is the room for family games, but there's also a room for strategy games, which allows the noise level to be appropriate for the sort of game you're playing. Why don't you talk a little bit about the history of this event and who all's involved?
Well, this is technically speaking, it's the third year in a row that we've had this event, although officially speaking, it's the second time. It's our second year in the Collège Atlantique, which is a college, basically. And last year, we only had the one room, and yeah, people did complain about the noise. I mean, we had Friedman Freeze last year, and there was, of course, a power grid.
So you needed a room just for Friedemann to be in, you know.
There is part of that. But anyway, so we had a power grid tournament, and, you know, we had players with people playing a rhythm game just beside them. So you can imagine, you know, the confusion and annoyance.
Tell me a little bit more about the event and what's behind it and what got this event started.
Oh, it's very easy. About 2 years ago, we went to an event in Paris called Gen Con Paris. And we were there as exhibitors for Filosofia Games, and we saw this great event and people coming and loving the play and everything. And we said, it's too bad we don't have something like this in Montreal. And then we came back and decided we were going to give it a shot and try and set up something and have a little event where people, not only gamers and players, but families could come and play. And so the following, it was in October last year. Following October, we decided we were going to try it, and that's how we got started. So we invite publisher partners that we distribute here in Canada. So it's not, Filosofia Games is here as one of the publishers, but we are not the only one. So we have a lot of publishers here that are represented, that have games being demonstrated and showed in both the family section and the strategy section, and that's how we got it started. So we bring the idea is that we go to Essen. 2 weeks ago we were in Essen. We gathered the new games from the publishers that we work with. We put them on the plane. We have them flown here just in time for the event, for people to discover the games. And we also sell these games that we bring, and the profits from this sale are going to a children charity every year. And this year we have chosen the Quebec Society for Handicapped Children.
Okay.
I hope I said that right. So we give the profits of that event. So the idea is not really to sell games, but is to promote games and get people playing and get to know the wide range of good games that are now available, actually.
I think one thing I've been impressed with about the event, there's no entrance fee, so people can come and play games. The money is going to charity off of the profits from the shop. So it's really something that Filofilo is doing for the gaming community here in Montreal, and for anyone else that wants to come up, as well as introducing a lot of families. I've seen a lot of families here. And that actually reminded me of Essen, because when I was at Essen, what struck me was that family environment, and I think you've managed to get that same family environment here, which can be hard to do. What do you see as the future for this event?
Hopefully bigger rooms next year. And because, well, it wasn't mentioned, but the regional for the World Championship for Ticket to Ride, it was held yesterday. We had a couple of players, not as many as I would have liked, but still enough to make it interesting. So watch out, Alan Moon, because next gathering, our friend Dominique Blais is coming, and hopefully he'll bring it home for us Quebecers. So anyway, since as Sophie mentioned, we're the distributor, we can go another route and combine games that are in a similar mind pattern, if I may use that expression, which I believe will make a couple of corners more interesting. So you're trying one game that you like, next table, another type of game that you might also enjoy.
Okay. That reminds me a lot of what we're doing now with games and libraries. Just like librarians help you if you find a book you like, to find other books you like. Yeah. Now where we're moving is gamers advisory, where the librarian can help you. You say, hey, I like this game. What other games would I like? And help to make those recommendations. So if you can't make it to Essen, but you want to try out some of the Essen games, and you're within shooting distance, so that's an American phrase, isn't it?
We'll keep
that's
driving.
Oddly appropriate. Don't bring the guns into Canada. You've got to leave them at home. Let your pets use them. And so, if you're close to Montreal, it'll probably be a few weeks after Essen next year. I would assume.
We already have.
Oh, you have the date. What's the date?
There will be 6th and 7th of November next year.
Okay, so November 6th and 7th. If someone wants to come up and wants more information, where would they go for that?
They can go on filofilo.com.
Okay.
And they can find. Well, they'll find, first of all, a recap of this year. They'll see the pictures and what we did, and they'll see the information for the upcoming event.
Okay. So, check out filofilo.com, put it on your calendar. If you can come to Montreal, you can't make it to Essen, this is like a little bitty Essen, a chance to really explore some of the Essen stuff and have some of that experience. And I would recommend it. I've been enjoying myself. If you don't speak French, it's okay. But it's okay if I don't speak any French, but I've managed to get by. Most of the people here are bilingual and can help you, and you'll be okay. You can play the game. So take care, and bye-bye.
Thank you.